The world of work is evolving faster than ever, and AI is at the center of this transformation. Whether it's automating everyday tasks or enabling groundbreaking innovations, AI is reshaping industries across the board. But what does this mean for careers? How do we prepare for an AI driven future? In this episode of Voices of Hult, we're diving into the skills, strategies, and opportunities that will define the next generation of professionals. And joining us today are Aaron and Rafa from the Hult AI Society to share their insights on navigating this ever-changing landscape. I'm Diane from Masters of Entrepreneurship and Innovation dual degree.
I'm Erin from the Masters of Entrepreneurship and Innovation.
We are your hosts for today's episode. How are you today, Erin?
I'm good, Diane. How about you?
I'm good. Spring is amazing. It's making me happy, and I'm so excited for this weekend's event. Did you sign up for it?
Oh, likewise. Actually, yes, but I think I need to get to know more of the details. So maybe we can ask our guests here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome, Rafa and Aaron. Introduce yourselves.
Okay, so I'm Rafa. I'm doing currently my master's in business analytics here in Hult, and I'm from Spain.
And my name is Aaron. I'm the co-founder of the Hult AI Society. I'm doing my master's in entrepreneurship and innovation. I'm doing my dual degree, and I'm very happy to be here with you guys.
Nice. Welcome, guys. Okay, so before we get into the big AI questions, we want to get to know you more. So we want to ask you this question, like what sparked your interest in AI, first of all, and what role do you see it playing in your career? So maybe we could start with Aaron.
Okay. So I guess pretty much my interest into AI began as soon as I came here to San Francisco. I believe that before coming to do my master's here at Hult, ChatGPT 3.5 came out, and everyone was freaking out about how crazy and how good and how revolutionary it was. And ever since then, not only myself, but a lot of people were covering AI. They were talking about how it's going to change the future of work, and pretty much how it's going to be pretty much like a new revolution, right? So after I came here to San Francisco, that's when I decided to fully immerse myself alongside with my co-founders and, of course, the members of the Hult AI Society as of right now, into this new environment. And what better place to be than in San Francisco?
Exactly.
We have the biggest companies being born and also somewhat going bankrupt. But for instance, we have OpenAI, that's a big one, X from or Grok in this case. We have a lot of companies here, so it's really amazing just seeing how easy it is to also meet people that are into this environment. They're very open about it, and yeah, it's just a passion and just developed. And now I'm professionally developing myself as well in this field.
Nice. That
Awesome.
sounds exciting.
How about you, Rafa? What can you say?
Okay, so my passion comes from my bachelor back in Spain. I did data engineering and systems, where I learned the basics of AI and also more advanced knowledge. So when I came here to San Francisco, I was like, what's going to happen here with AI? How is people getting to know AI here? And I saw everyone talks about AI, everyone knows about it, and when you just go to a networking event there, they are happy to help you, give you insights, what's changing, what's not changing. So yeah, AI is everywhere. People know more or less, but they know what the concept is about.
Awesome. And it is very evident in today's work landscape that AI is definitely one of the drivers, especially here that we're in Silicon Valley. But what do you think beyond the technical skills? What are the soft skills that are crucial for working alongside in AI?
Well, currently, there's a lot of people that knows how to program things related to AI. They know about programming languages. They also know how to be solving problems and everything. But when it comes to communication, there's a big lack there, because there are really technical concepts that transmitting them into the real world and the real language is quite hard sometimes. So here, I think communication is essential, and also the way to express your ideas in a sales pitch,
Mm-hmm.
If I can add on to that,
Yeah, of course.
I think that also it's not only about building a system that works and operates on its own or performs a specific task.
Yeah.
It's also about how you can wrap a business model around it. So I think like apart from being technical, I mean like, and this is very well known, that for instance like Y Combinator, new teams and batches that come into the program, they require at least like to most of the co-founders to be tech savvies, but as well to have someone who can lead the direction of the business itself, right? Because in the end, like it needs to generate revenue, and sometimes like that's very difficult to pinpoint.
Yeah.
You know, like I think for instance, a big reason why ChatGPT and all these foundational models were able to grow the way they are is because they came up with this tokenization business model where they're able to wrap a business model and like sort of like deliver value and have a clear revenue model. So I think that's also something that it's very important that a lot of people tend to, you know, just disregard or see until they have a product, and then they're trying to figure out like, okay, how can we make it work and scale and like get money off of it, you know?
Do you think that this is something that you get here from Hult, coding and then or doing AI and then being able to translate that to your stakeholders?
Well, from my experience in business analytics master, we can see that we saw all the programming languages, how to implement everything in code, but then also we have some subjects like communicating with impact that this helps us to communicate what we are doing in a more efficient and impacting way, I would say. And apart from those, we also have business subjects that help to introduce in your mindset how to build something related to AI and then expand it more into the business part.
So it comes full circle. Shout
Yeah.
out to Fisher. Fisher. Yeah.
Yeah, so from our conversations, we know that AI is very evident. But for those not exposed to this space, how can individuals effectively acquire and demonstrate these AI-related skills, or how can they begin to get to know AI? Are there specific platforms or certifications or experiences in order to help them be knowledgeable and to be experts in AI?
Yeah. So fortunately enough, today there's a lot of low code, no code platforms out there. And it's really fascinating to see how companies are also making or like have this mission of democratizing sort of like the use and the like building on top of AI. So, I mean, right off the back, I think a great tool is N8N. That's letter N8N.
Okay.
It's a very low code, no code optimization platform, and it's super powerful. Like you can connect everything. They have an agent node, and you can pretty much build apps from ground up without coding a single line. So that's pretty good. There's Make.io, which is a where like one of the other companies that are within the same space. In terms of learning, like where you can acquire this knowledge, like also people post a lot of videos on YouTube, right? YouTube is a great free source of information. There's a lot of people that are building cool projects, and then you can clone them into your own environment and like just tweak them a little bit.
Yeah.
So YouTube is a great one. And also there's this one platform called deepmind.ai. It's a very, very cool platform. There's this guy who's very like a machine learning professional from years. And what he basically does is he'll invite like the CEO of Anthropic and give like a very short course on, I don't know, how to prompt engineer. Or he would bring pretty much like these big names in the world of AI and just like try to put together a very understandable and digestible courses for everyone to, you know, just practice and learn from. So I think like nowadays it's just really nice to see how it's becoming more available, and it's like really not like an excuse that you're not a technical founder. Like you can do it.
And here I would like to add, like, there's some student that ask me like, okay, how should I start with AI? And I always recommend before starting with AI, you should learn how to program a bit and try to have that mindset of, okay, so I know how to program, I know how to do things, and apart from that, then you just go into courses. Well, Coursera has a lot of good courses where you can just see the introduction to AI, learn basic concepts, and from the basic, then you move into the complex things because people want to build a ChatGPT from scratch, and that's not that easy as it seems.
Also, one good way of getting exposed and sort of developing your skills into AI is participating in hackathons. So we personally, the Hult AI Society is hosting one this upcoming weekend on March 9th.
Exciting.
And of course, this one will be focused around building AI solutions for good. So almost like Hult Price, where you have to target one SDG,
Yeah.
but of course, like it has to have some AI component. So it's going to be pretty nice. Stay tuned for that.
Who can join? I mean, I'm interested, but I really have no idea on what to do. But I think I have good ideas when it comes to doing good, but creating an app for it. So what can we expect from this hackathon this Saturday?
So basically,
Sunday.
we are inviting people from outside that they are going to have nearly for sure all the technical capabilities to do everything. So from those, they will join different teams with external people from Hult. So if you are not good programming, then you can help with the part of the pitch, presenting the idea, or with the marketing of the team, because at the end, it's going to be like a whole solution related to the business.
Yeah.
So everyone can join.
I see.
Yeah. And as Rafa mentioned, part of the judging criteria is not only the technical aspect, the demo itself, but it's also the way you deliver it, the business model around it.
Oh, right.
So it's pretty much open to anyone who's interested and sort of like also has the courage to participate, which you should. I mean, it's really not a big barrier to entry.
Yeah. And it's also a very nice way to network, get to know other people, professionals, expand your connections, and maybe, land your next opportunity, right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
'cause if you are working with a founder and they
exactly.
like how you work, then probably
Nice.
there's your opportunity.
Yeah, we have a very cool lineup of people coming in. People from Google, Microsoft, Tesla, Aparavi. We're gonna have also people, or we've gotten companies to also provide us their technology so that we can build our AI solution on top of them. So they've been very, very generous to offer those platforms to us. So we're very excited to see what happens.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to know more about what the Hult AI Society is doing, you can follow them on LinkedIn. We'll put the link in the description of the podcast or YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. But I'm very interested, because I know that we're in that age wherein AI is here. It's inevitable. It's here, right? And if you live in San Francisco, you've seen this poster saying, "Don't hire a human," which is quite controversial. So for me, as a person of no AI background, what do you think the strategies should be of a person coming into this work environment? So that I'm going to be irreplaceable.
Yeah.
So what is your advice?
Well, that's a hard question, being honest. But what I could consider is try to get familiar with AI tools. I mean, some companies, they say, "Oh, don't use ChatGPT for the interview," but then in your daily life, you are using ChatGPT. So you should know how to prompt all these things to get the better answer. It's not going to replace your job. It's going to help you to make it faster and more efficient, I think.
That's a good point of view.
Yeah, I think that also a big thing that AI lacks is, of course, the personal touch, and I think that this is something that Fisher, for instance, has been highlighting for a while. That it's going to be very difficult for an AI agent to sell something if there's not a personal connection to the person, right? But as Rafa said, I think it's AI is supposed to enhance you and not replace you. I think that's been the whole point of technology.
Right.
So definitely just getting a good way to stay on top of what's going on in AI is literally just following good people on YouTube and on X and Instagram that are posting kind of the latest news on AI, the new technology, how to use it, I think that's great, and that's been working for me at least
Right.
for now. Just following a couple very niche channels that post very interesting stuff about AI.
Right. Yeah, and in this rapid age of technology, it's like all the more critical thinking is very important. I think that's also one key factors or trait that everyone should have, right?
Yes.
And as
Yeah.
you said, like knowledge is available everywhere, so you could always just leverage on getting to know these subjects or these courses in order for you to get on top of your game, right?
Yeah.
Also, for example, like we shouldn't get scared that AI is going to replace our jobs. There are a lot of regulations that are going out, how to use it, how to implement it, what can you do with AI, what cannot you do with AI. So everything's going to work.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to bring this up. I think that it's also important to note. I mean, it's kind of scary, but it's really we have to be also aware of the elephant in the room that AI models are becoming way smarter. Like it's the models are becoming way smarter. They're becoming a lot more capable of performing cognitive tasks. So like the critical thinking, it's a little tricky nowadays. You know, like now
Oh wow.
we're getting. I mean, maybe logic would be a good one, or philosophy, where you know, like there's like a gray area. But in terms of tasks or objectives that are very, yet again, like objective, like there's a good and a bad answer. I think like these models that are coming out, especially the reasoning models, are going to excel in this field. So I think that, yet again, focusing on what makes us human, you know, like the personal touch, it's going to be kind of like the main differentiator.
Yeah. And for me, it's like I've been exposed to this environment, and I have used AI a lot to get through school and other things in my life. But the learning of using this tool and helping it help you become like a better person when it comes to working and being more efficient and things like that is should be our mindset versus, you know, thinking, no, it's going to replace my job. No, make it so that you know it, so that you're irreplaceable.
That's
Correct.
And
Yeah.
always check the answer.
Check the
true. Always
answer.
check
out.
the yeah,
'cause
exactly.
it's- Yes. There's a
That's a good one.
fine print. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Okay, so talking about anything related to summer programs here at Hult, education plays a key role in staying competitive, right, as you said. And what courses or learning opportunities at Hult would best prepare students for AI-powered careers?
Well, I haven't seen any electives yet, like I haven't done them, but I spoke with the professor Thomas Kornicki about the electives he's given related to LLMs and how to build one without knowing that much programming stuff. So here we have subjects that are nowadays really useful. Everyone wants to use LLMs for work, for tasks, for studying and everything. So if you know how to build your own LLM, probably that's going to be efficient for you and for your tasks.
I think that also, I mean, it was nice to see, for instance, the dual degree MBAN students were like their business challenge was related to creating a chatbot for
They learned that here?
yeah they
Wow.
learned that here. It was also through Thomas Kornicki, so shout out for him, to him, because it's very important and crucial for also professors to start pushing this type
That's
of projects and objectives that are a little bit more aligned with what we're seeing out there in the world. So just like to give you a quick brief, what they did is they used Operavi, which is a data management platform for enterprise, as the solid foundation technology. And they had to build a chatbot from scratch. And it was like a business case where, you know, this big company that had an HR department wanted to create a chatbot for onboarding new people.
Okay.
So it was a good mix because it needed to know certain information and being able to deliver that to specific people. So like, let's say the managers, but then asking the same question shouldn't yield the same results for someone who works under the manager.
Ah,
So it was like a permission based
Wow.
chatbot. And I think like that was amazing in my opinion. That's
Nice.
great. now going back to what courses could be sort of useful, I took one that was taught by Bo, related to AI powered social media.
Oh, I've heard of
So-
that course. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
interesting.
So it was taught by Bo and
Pavel.
Yeah, Pavel. It was very good because I guess everyone had to they tasked us to research what platforms are out there that are that would be helpful for creating videos or images or voices or scripts or anything. And in the end, we had to put together like at least like combine 2 or 3 platforms. So I think it was pretty good. I mean, for someone who's looking to develop their career into media and content creation, it was quite useful. But yet again, like my last recommendation would be like don't stick with what also school teaches you. Like you go ahead and try it. You go ahead and experiment. Even if it's a startup or like a little project or like a little system that works for you, just get out there and start like mangling with all these platforms. Because if you don't, the less exposed you're going to be to these skills.
Right.
So
I'm actually more interested on the execution part because I think that for me is what's lacking. I mean, the knowledge is available, but then the practice
Yeah.
is one thing too.
That is why they should sign up and come this Saturday.
Exactly.
Saturday?
Sunday.
To come this Sunday
Yeah.
for the hackathon. So again, remind us what to expect. What time does it start? How do they get to it? Or just tell us more information about this hackathon so you can promote it.
Okay, so the hackathon, it's on Sunday, and it will start at 8:30, and it will finish at 8:30 in the night. So it's going to be a whole day.
Intense.
At the
12 hours.
beginning, we will have breakfast, networking for everyone so that people can start forming the teams, getting to know each other, networking. And then at 10:30 around, we will start with lightning talks from the company, and also people that doesn't have a team yet, they can just go onto the stage and tell, hello, my name is Anne, I'm really good doing this. Does anyone want me in the team?
Oh, that's interesting. Is that how hackathons work? I've never been to one. That's interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, usually how it go is that sometimes people that come to a hackathon already have an idea in mind and maybe like a somewhat developed team. And
Right.
they're looking to fill in the spots. So they'll just like literally grab the mic and be like, hey, my name
We need
is
a-
whatever. We're working on this project and we're looking for someone else to join us, you know. And
Nice.
I think it's a good way of networking.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
excited.
Kinda like
I want to do
matchmaking.
that. Yeah.
Right?
Right, like what we did for
Hult
one of the Hult
Prize?
Prize
Yeah.
things. We did matchmaking.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like matchmaking, but it's pretty on the spot.
Uh-huh.
So,
So do they know of the problem beforehand, or will they know of the problem that they need to solve for during the day when they come in?
So we are going to provide some guidelines prior to the event.
Okay.
We're setting up a Notion page where
Oh.
people, both the judges and attendees and everyone else, will have a 360 view of the entire event. So there's going to be a couple of objectives as well as some like criteria that they have to meet. So for instance, like it's just not about the demo; it's like about presenting the business model and like
How you sell the product.
how you sell the product, the presentation, the pitch. It's in the end is a pitch. Like
Yeah.
it's not about like, oh, I built this cool product. Like
Yeah.
I'm the winner. No, it's like getting the hook, presenting the problem statement, and so
statement.
on. But yeah, we're gonna provide that information.
So
like
where
before.
do they find you?
So we have a website on we have LinkedIn where we are posting everything, but also the event is on Luma, so people can sign up there. We have a Hult student section where you just submit. We will accept you.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. And
Yeah.
thank you for joining us this afternoon. This was very interesting to talk about, especially in this time and place that we're currently in. So thank you for joining us this
Exactly.
afternoon.
Thank
I
you
would
so
like
much.
to get to know more about AI, to be honest, but we're pressed for time. We'll just connect offline, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Thank you very much as well for
Okay.
having us here.
Right. So AI isn't just the future, it's the present, and adapting to it is essential for anyone looking to stay ahead in their career. Whether it's learning new skills, integrating AI into your work, or exploring academic programs, the key is to stay curious, adaptable, and proactive. So if today's conversation sparked new ideas or questions, we'd love to hear from you. Connect with us on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and wherever you listen. to your podcast from. Also follow the Hult AI Society on LinkedIn for more information on their event and join the conversation on how AI is shaping the future of work. Until next time, keep learning, keep innovating, and let's shape the future together.